Get ready for a heart-pounding journey through the most jaw-dropping NFL comebacks in history. From nail-biting second-half rallies to record-breaking turnarounds, this video will leave you on the edge of your seat. Join me as we dive into the thrilling stories of resilience, determination, and pure athleticism that define the greatest comebacks in NFL history. Number 10. Broncos vs. Chargers, 2012. We start our countdown with a game from 2012, where the Denver Broncos faced the San Diego Chargers in a divisional matchup. The Chargers assumed they were in good shape when they led 24-0 at halftime at home against their rivals. But the second half was a different story. Manning led the Broncos to score 35 unanswered points, throwing for 3 touchdowns and running for another. The Broncos' defense also stepped up, forcing 6 turnovers and scoring a touchdown of their own. The Broncos completed the biggest comeback in franchise history. Number 9. Lions vs. Cowboys, 2013. Next, we have a game from 2013, where the Detroit Lions visited the Dallas Cowboys in a thrilling shootout. The Cowboys had a 27-17 lead with 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. But the Lions were not done yet. Matthew Stafford threw 2 touchdown passes to Reggie Bush and Chris Durham, while the Lions' defense forced 2 turnovers. The Cowboys regained the lead with a field goal, but the Lions had one last chance. With no timeouts and 80 yards to go, Stafford drove the Lions down the field in less than a minute by sneaking into the end zone with 12 seconds left. The Lions stunned the Cowboys with a 31-30 win, the largest comeback in team history. Number 8. Colts vs. Buccaneers, 2003. Moving on to number 8, we have a game from 2003 where the Indianapolis Colts faced the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Monday Night Football. The Buccaneers were the defending Super Bowl champions and had a 21-0 lead in the fourth quarter. The Colts then recovered an onside kick and tied the game with a touchdown pass to Reggie Wayne and a 2-point conversion to Marvin Harrison. The game went into overtime, where the Colts won with a 29-yard field goal by Mike Vanderjagt. The Colts pulled off the largest comeback not requiring overtime in NFL history and snapped the Buccaneers' 12-game home winning streak. Number 7. 49ers vs. Saints, 1980. At number 7, we have a game from 1980 where the San Francisco 49ers hosted the New Orleans Saints. The Saints had a 35-7 lead at halftime. The 49ers looked hopeless, but they had a young quarterback, Joe Montana, who showed glimpses of greatness to come. He led the 49ers to score 31 unanswered points in the second half, throwing for 2 touchdowns and running for another. The 49ers then won the game with a 36-yard field goal by Ray Wersching in overtime. The 49ers erased a 28-point deficit and gave Montana his first career comeback win too. Number 6. Patriots vs. Falcons, 2017. We are halfway through our countdown, and we have a game from 2017 where the New England Patriots faced the Atlanta Falcons in Super Bowl LI. This game will likely go down as the biggest comeback collapse in Super Bowl history. Everything went right for the Falcons, who led 21-3 at halftime and then extended the lead to 28-3 early in the third quarter. They had sacked Tom Brady 5 times and returned an interception for a touchdown. But Brady proved why you can never count him out. He led the Patriots to score 25 unanswered points, throwing for 2 touchdowns and converting 2 2-point conversions. The Patriots forced the first overtime in Super Bowl history, where they won the game with a 2-yard touchdown run by James White. The Patriots overcame a 25-point deficit and won their 5th Super Bowl title. Number 5. Jets vs. Dolphins, 2000. Next, we have a game from 2000 where the New York Jets faced the Miami Dolphins on Monday Night Football. The Dolphins had a 30-7 lead in the fourth quarter. Veteran quarterback Vinny Testaverde, who had a knack for late-game heroics. He led the Jets to score 23 unanswered points in the final 12 minutes, throwing for 4 touchdowns and running for another. He also got help from his defense, who forced 3 turnovers and a safety. The Jets tied the game with a touchdown pass to Jumbo Elliott, a 290-pound offensive tackle. The game went into overtime, where the Jets won with a 40-yard field goal by John Hall. The Jets completed the Monday Night Miracle and stunned the Dolphins with a 40-37 win. Number 4. Colts vs. Chiefs, 2013. Moving on to number 4, we have a game from 2013 where the Indianapolis Colts faced the Kansas City Chiefs in the wild card round of the playoffs. The Chiefs had a 38-10 lead in the third quarter. Andrew Luck, who had a flair for the dramatic. He led the Colts to score 35 points in the second half, throwing for 3 touchdowns and running for another. He also recovered a fumble by Donald Brown and scored a touchdown with it. The Colts took the lead with a 64-yard touchdown pass to T.Y. Hilton, while the Colts defense stopped the Chiefs on their final drive. The Colts matched the second-largest comeback in NFL playoff history and advanced to the divisional round 4. Number 3, 49ers vs. Giants, 2002. At number 3, we have a game from 2002 where the San Francisco 49ers hosted the New York Giants in the wild card round of the playoffs. The Giants had a 38-14 lead in the third quarter. The 49ers looked doomed, but they had a Pro Bowl quarterback named Jeff Garcia, who had a lot of weapons at his disposal. He led the 49ers to score 25 points in the second half, throwing for 2 touchdowns and running for another. The Giants had one last chance to win the game, but their field goal attempt was botched by a bad snap and a failed pass. The 49ers completed the second-largest comeback in NFL playoff history and advanced to the divisional round. Number 2, Bills vs. Oilers, 1993. At number 2, we have a game from 1993, where the Buffalo Bills faced the Houston Oilers in the wild card round of the playoffs. The Oilers had a 35-3 lead in the third quarter, but they had a backup quarterback named Frank Reich, who had a history of comebacks in college. He led the Bills to score 35 points in the second half, throwing for 4 touchdowns. The Bills tied the game with a touchdown pass to Andre Reed, while the Bills' defense intercepted Moon 4 times. The game went into overtime, where the Bills won with a 32-yard field goal by Steve Christie. The Bills pulled off the largest comeback in NFL history and went on to their 3rd straight Super Bowl appearance. Number 1, Kings vs. Colts, 2022. And finally, we have the number 1 comeback in NFL history, which happened just last year, where the Minnesota Vikings faced the Indianapolis Colts in the regular season. The Colts had a 45-0 lead. The Vikings looked hopeless, but they had a superstar quarterback named Justin Fields, who had a lot of heart and talent. He led the Vikings to score 46 points in the second half, throwing for 6 touchdowns and running for another. He also got help from his tight end, Irv Smith Jr., who caught 3 touchdown passes, and his kicker, Greg, who kicked the game-winning 55-yard field goal as time expired. The Vikings completed the most improbable comeback in NFL history and stunned the Colts with a 46-45 win. All right, which comeback had you on the edge of your seat? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Thanks for watching.